Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Xoli, all things accounting, and here we discuss accounting, God, and resilience. Disclaimer before we get into this video. One, I have the fan on because it's really hot, and without the fan I can't really shoot this video because I'm gonna sweat. Two, with all the professional bodies that I am going to list, are proper people that you can talk to and consult with should you have further questions, because I don't know everything completely. The best one I know of has to be CIMA. Other than that, I know nothing about the rest, but I'll definitely link you guys to the right people to communicate to in the description box. So as you guys can see by the title of today's video, I will be discussing professional bodies. I will be going in depth as I've done the necessary research, hence this video has been postponed till this Friday. Been doing the research for the past couple of days. Of course there were some delayed responses here and there, but we are here, okay? We are here, we are back. So I'll break up the professional bodies in the following topics: undergrad, post-grad, exams, articles, and designation. The first one that I'll be discussing has to be SAICA. Obviously, you would have to study a 3-year BCom accounting degree, and you have to make sure that this degree is SAICA accredited, and not only that, but it's also a CA route. For postgrad, you'd have to do CTA, also known as, or fully known rather, as a certificate in theory of accountancy, also known as a postgraduate diploma in accounting. For examinations, you write 2 board exams known as the IAC and the APC. So the IAC was initially known as the ITC and has now been changed to the IAC, or rather it will be effective from January 2025, which stands for Initial Assessment of Competence, and APC is known as Assessment of Professional Competence. If I'm not mistaken, please do make your research. For articles, you are required to do them for 3 years at a top or tip firm, and the designation that you obtain is CA. The second one that I'm going to discuss has to be my favorite. I think at this point we can all say it together in 1, 2, 3. CIMA. Undergrad, you can either study a BCom General, a BCom Accounting, or a BCom Financial Sciences. Even the CA route one doesn't really matter, as long as it's CIMA accredited and that undergraduate degree has financial accounting, cost management and accounting, as well as financial management. Then you'll be good, as those are the core modules that are required for the postgraduate program. And for postgrad, you'd have to study a postgraduate diploma in financial management. It should also be CIMA accredited. So while searching for institutions, just ensure that this one is CIMA accredited, because I know at UKZN the BCom honors in finance, and they also have a BCom honors in management accounting, and management accounting is the CIMA accredited one, while the BCom honors in finance is the CFA accredited one. For exams, you have a lot of exams. I believe I have to do a separate video for that one, specifically catered for CIMA, because I'm going to have to go into detail about it. But there are exams on the operational level, management level, as well as exams in the strategic level. So there are exams in the hierarchy, basically. So with CIMA, you don't have to do CIMA articles. They don't have to be specifically CIMA articles in order for you to be able to get your designation. CIMA, you can be in corporate investment banking, and you can still qualify as a chartered global management accountant, provided that you have 3 years of working experience, and it will be accredited by CIMA through PER, which is practical experience requirement. Designation that you get at the end is ACMA, CGMA, Associated Chartered Global Management Accountant, Chartered Global Management Accountant. I know it's a mouthful, The next professional body is highly relevant to a person that has interest in auditing, and you basically just love checking other people's work and you see yourself doing that for the rest of your life. This is where I'd recommend you to be. Firstly, I'm now talking about the Institute of Internal Auditors. For undergrad, you would have to study a BCom General, BCom Financial Sciences, BCom Accounting, or a Bachelor's of Accounting Science, whichever one. As long as there is auditing in your course, then you are perfectly fine. It doesn't have to be, it can be a CA route or not, it's all up to you, but it needs to have auditing as one of the modules. So that would be your undergrad. For postgrad, you'd have to apply for a BCom honors in internal auditing, and of course you will be viewed as a person who specializes in internal auditing. And for exams are separated into 3 parts. Part 1 is essentials of internal auditing, part 2 is practices of internal auditing, and part 3 is business knowledge of internal auditing. Moving on to articles, you are going to be required to have 2 to 3 years of work experience in internal audit, risk audit, or any other related field of auditing. Obviously, the designation that you obtain is CIA. The next professional body is SAIPA, which is the South African Institute of Professional Accountants. For undergrad, you'd have to study a CA or a non-CA route. It's very much optional as long as you have the 4 core modules, which are tax, financial accounting, financial management, as well as auditing, then you will be fine. For postgrad, you don't necessarily have to do postgrad. It's not a requirement. Obviously, it is encouraged for you to do it because, I mean, you would want to expand your knowledge here and there, but it's not required. For exams, you'd have to write your PE exams, also known as, or rather the full term is professional evaluation exams. For articles, you are required to have 3 years of working experience at an ATC, also known as an accredited training center. So whichever company, as long as it's an accredited training center and it's accredited by SAICA, then you will be perfectly fine. Another thing that I'd just like to add as for SAIPA is, with SAIPA, once you obtain your designation at the end, you can always be an independent reviewer. Explain a bit of what an independent reviewer is. So an independent reviewer is also a person who's an auditor of a specific company that does not meet a specific PI score. Of course, by specific, I'm not quite sure, but I'm definitely going to edit the PI score here right now. So they have that PI score or below in order for them to qualify for an independent review and not an audit that should take place within the company. An independent reviewer can also provide opinions or conclusions at the end of the independent review, which are known as qualified, unqualified, adverse, as well as disclaimer. Again, please do your research. Please do your research, or you can just contact the person that will be listed in the description box. The information that you will get at the end of your articles as well as board exams is PASA, Professional Accountant of South Africa. I'll move on to SAIT. So for undergrad, you have to do one of the 2, which is BCom Accounting or BCom Accounting Sciences. Postgrad, you'd have to study a BCom Honors in Taxation, which is provided in limited institutions. I know for sure, for a fact, that UJ does provide them. Your articles, you'd have to do them at an accredited center, at which you can be found on the site's website. And your designation will be TASA, Tax Advisor of South Africa. The final professional body that I'll be discussing is CFA. So for undergrad, you'd have to do a BCom Finance, a BCom Accounting, BCom Accounting Science, a BCom Business Science, as long as whatever degree that you'll be doing has finance inside, then you'll be perfectly fine. And then for postgrad, it's not a requirement, but it's always advisable for you to do it. You'd have to do a CFA accredited one, and I know for sure that at UJ you'd have to do a BCom Honors in Investment Management, and like I said earlier on, at UKZN you'd have to do a BCom Honors in Finance, right? For your exams, you have 3 levels in exams. Level 1 focuses on investment of basic tools. Level 2 focuses on asset evaluation. Level 3 focuses on portfolio management. Articles, you can do your articles at whatever firm that you choose to be in. It doesn't have to be a firm specifically. It can be a bank or it can be a firm, as long as again it's accredited by CFA, then you'll be perfectly fine. The designation that you obtain at the end is CFA, which is Chartered Financial Analyst. So if you guys have reached till this part of the video, please make sure that you like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week Friday. Bye.